Yeah, I told her I didn't, you know, stay.
If she has a case, she don't get transferred. That's why
You know what, that's what I see. Ms. Drain?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Ms. Sanford, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Calling case number 2405-878301, people of state of Michigan, versus Desiree Michelle Jones. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 3, weapons, felony firearm. Count 4, weapons, felony firearm. Count 5, domestic violence. Appearances, please.
Good morning. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Attorney Monica Sanford, P62315, on behalf of Ms. Desiree Jones.
Councils, are there any preliminary matters?
Yes, Your Honor, I just do want to address 3 preliminary matters, and my client is in the waiting room. Maybe the phone isn't identified, but nevertheless,
One second, let's get your question. See if we get your client.
Thank you.
Okay. Continue, Sam.
Yes, Your Honor. So there are 3 things that I wanted to address, and I did speak with Ms. Drain already about them. One is she just got out of jail on the bond on Saturday. I want to make sure the order allows for a one-time return with police escort to her home. Her home is not the home of the alleged victim, but apparently it's on the same street, so she's staying with her mom. So she needs to go to the home and get her clothes and things while we're resolving this case. The second issue is apparently the order has her on a complete house arrest GPS tether. I'd be asking that she would be able. I'm sorry. Did I-
No,
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you said something to me. I'm sorry.
I was asking clerk for the file. So continue.
Oh, okay. The other issue is I would be asking for her to be out during the day. If the court wants to have some specific hours, I would say she'd be out early in the morning in order to take her kids to school, do job hunting, things of that nature. And if the court requires a time frame, I would say she could be in by 7 p.m. But quite frankly, she's on a GPS tether, so I'm not quite sure why there was a house arrest to that as well. But she should be able to go out during the day as long as she doesn't go anywhere near the alleged victim's home. And the third thing is apparently when the team went to arrest her, she voluntarily stepped out the house. They took her into custody.
Well, Madam, I'm sorry, Ms. Senator, I'm just looking at the bond conditions. It says house arrest, they're okay to attend school, must provide telling the school schedule. That is one of the conditions right now. The bond order says that she can take the kids to school, she has to just give the schedule to the bond. Are you asking for something more expansive than that, or?
I was asking because she wants to get a job, and so she wants to be able to go on job interviews. And so I was asking for a little bit more expansive so that during the work hours, she could go on interviews.
Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Continue, Council.
And the final thing that I'm asking for is apparently, even though my client voluntarily stepped out of the house, was taken into custody, the officers went into the home. Her nephew had her phone. They took her phone from her nephew and took it into custody. I'm not sure why that occurred, but we're asking for the phone to be returned.
Okay, Madam Prosecutor? You're muted, Counsel.
I apologize. As to the request that the bond be modified to allow for more out hours, I am not objecting to what defense counsel is requesting. I'm not objecting to the defendant being able to come to the house that she was living in to get some clothes, a one-time thing. However, I don't have enough information about the cell phone and what the police are doing with that. So I'm not going to stipulate to that right now. I'd like to get more information from the police about this phone. Are they done with the phone? Do they need it? What's going on with that? I don't know enough information yet.
Okay. Court hasn't heard the arguments of counsel. The court will modify bond. Well, first modification will be that the defendant will be allowed a one-time police escort to the home to retrieve her personal items. Obviously, no contact provision stays in place. As to her curfew or her tether, she will have a tether from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. And the court is not addressing the phone because the court does not know whether that is being used for evidence or why it was taken. But again, she is permitted to have a one-time police escort. Her tether conditions will be changed to an 8 p.m. curfew to 6 a.m. Any questions?
No questions, Your Honor, just need a preliminary exam date.
Okay, Madam Clerk.
Okay. August 28th at noon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Richards.
Madam Clerk.
Good morning.
Change.
I have Thurman Moore-Brewer, who is in custody. Will he be on Zoom today?
One moment, counsel.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Okay.
Ms. Richards, you on, Moore-Brewer?
Yes.
Ms. Gray, are you standing in on that? Ms. Gray,
Is that the one from yesterday?
yes.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
You know what, that's the one that was in jail. Let me see there. Wayne County Jail.
Yes,
Who do you have?
we have Mr. Gibson. In the process of getting him right now.
What about,
Gibson.
what about defendant, Thurman Moore-Brewer?
Let me look that name up. Your last name is Brewer, first name Thurman?
It's hyphenated, Moore-Brewer.
Moore-Brewer. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yes. Ms. Murphy? Uh, Ms. Quick, Attorney Quick,
Yes, good morning.
hi, who do you have?
Christopher Allison. He's also in the Wayne County Jail.
Allison. I don't have Allison on the docket.
It's a domestic violence allegation, so I thought it would be here.
Allison, is it ALL?
Yes.
Oh, that is Judge.
That's Judge Jefferson.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
even
do
though it's a
have,
domestic violence allegation?
Ms. Strain?
I'm going to look it up right now and see. Yes, I think that this one is supposed to be in Judge King's courtroom.
And then Ms. Sam. Yeah. Would you make sense? That we did your case, she said your example. That's what. But you don't read that case this morning to us.
Sure.
They probably in Judge Jefferson Court.
when we go get the file,
Well, hold on. Let's do the cases that we have on our docket. And so we have Moore-Brewer, we're looking for him. What's the deal with Gibson?
Still was a J, but I have not seen his attorney. I saw Mr. Lee.
I see him.
This. It's the city's county.
When does she have? Whatever is on. Two.
excuse me,
It's not focused.
It's only looking at, it's only. Where do we need to look? Here. Q. Pick your order. Yes. Well, because the camera is there, that's the problem. So it's just. It's there. Very vague. I just want to see what the problem is, that that's the camera we use for the Zoom. We have the camera on the judge's monitor.
So like this. Like this one right here.
Yes.
Do we have to be signed up?
Yes.
Sign me into this. So it's no way to.
You can move the camera to the computer. No. Let me do all that. Keep the camera to the computer. Maybe I was. Let's check it out.
We do have Moore-Brewer. We're picking him up right now. We're just in the middle of a little emergency here at the jail.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
So let's put the camera again. Let's see this. Okay.
So when I was looking at this downstairs, I was
You gotta be.
I didn't press the button. I didn't notice it till later. Okay. I'm looking at it, like, I'm thinking it's good. Right.
So I'm muting the audio? Nope. Okay, all right, just call it. All right. I know what, yes, we're good. Thank you.
Is that Moore-Brewer, Wayne County Jail?
Excuse me, ma'am, this is Mr. Archie.
Mr. Glenn, what case do you have?
I have Crudup
Crudup?
for PCC.
And Madam Clerk, this is Woodyard. I apologize for interrupting. I'm here for a matter that's scheduled for an exam at 11:30 this morning. I had something come up and I needed to bring it to the court's attention. The prosecutor is Miss Murphy and she's in the waiting room.
Miss Murphy, are you there? Miss Murphy?
Good morning.
Okay. Here on Kimble,
Yes, I'm here in Kimble.
call in case number 2405-856101, people of the state of Michigan versus Cortez Kimble. Defendant is charged in count 1, operating while intoxicated causing death. Count 2, failure to stop the scene of accident when at fault resulted in death. Count 3, operating license suspended, revoked, denied, causing death. Defendant has a habitual offender, third offense note. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Crystal Murphy on behalf of the people, P83362.
And Judge, good morning to you and to your staff. Good morning. Michael Woodyard, my P number is 64612. I'm a staff attorney at Neighborhood Defender Service. Our office represents Mr. Cortez Kimble. Judge, for purposes of this brief colloquy, I would ask the court to allow me to waive Mr. Kimble's presence.
Presence will be waived.
Thank you, Judge. If I may, I have an immediate family. We're scheduled for an exam at 11:30 this morning. I have an immediate family member who underwent emergent surgery yesterday, and there were some complications, not life-threatening or serious, but complications which caused the hospital to keep my family member in the hospital. She's still here today, and I'm responsible for this person, so I have to attend to her. I informed the court and Ms. Murphy last evening as soon as I was aware of this, and my request, Your Honor, is that the exam be rescheduled. I'm available anytime next Tuesday or next Wednesday, and with the court's grace, I would ask that order adjourning the exam be entered.
Madam Prosecutor.
Yes, Judge, I've had some discussions with Mr. Woodyard off the record, and of course wish his family member a speedy recovery. And I had let him know I'm completely wide open those dates that he mentioned as well, Tuesday or Wednesday. So if the court is able to accommodate a new exam date on either date, obviously I completely understand. And Mr. Woodyard gave notice as soon as he could.
Okay.
This is the double case, it's gotta be on Tuesday. 10 o'clock.
10 a.m., that would be August 27th.
Understood, thank you.
Thank you.
That's
and,
perfect, Judge.
And good luck with your family members' care.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Murphy. 10 a.m. the 27th. I'll make a note. Thank you very much.
Take care, everyone.
All right.
Mr. Glenn, your client are they in or out?
I believe he's out of a personal bond, I believe.
Ms. Drain, are you ready on this case?
Yes, I'm ready.
Not see the defendant signed in. Calling case number 2405-878901, people of the state of Michigan versus Archie Crudup. Defendant is charged in count 1, weapons, dangerous weapons, miscellaneous, count 2, domestic violence, appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning, Your Honor. Luther Glenn, P 38683, appearing on behalf of Mr. Crudup, who does not appear to be on Zoom. Ask the court to waive his presence.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, are there any preliminary matters?
No, Your
No.
Honor, just ask us to set it for an exam.
Okay. Madam Clerk.
August 28th at 11 a.m.
That's a good date.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we can wait. Or-
What's your name? You just sat down, sir.
One more time. One more time.
Okay, thank you.
Say it one more time. This is Mr. Moore-Brewer.
Okay, thank you.
All right, calling
Do you
case
have
number.
Richard?
Calling case number 2405-871401. People of the state of Michigan versus Thurman Moore-Brewer. Defendant is charged in count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249. I'm standing in for the attorney of record, APA Aaron Dan.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Nancy Richards, P 68850, appearing on behalf of Mr. Moore-Brewer, who is present at the Wayne County Jail via Zoom.
Are there any preliminary matters?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, I feel it's necessary to refer Mr. Thurman Moore-Brewer for competency after speaking with him and reviewing the discovery.
That would be November 20th at 8:30.
Matter will be referred for competency, and we'll come back for PCC on what date again, Madam Clerk?
November 20th at 8:30.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning.
Morning. What case are you on?
Archie, down court, Archie. There he is.
Ready, Ms. Jane?
Yes, I'm ready.
Calling case number 2405-878801. People of the state of Michigan versus Don Core Archie. Defendant is charged in count 1 and 2, assault with a dangerous weapon. Counts 3 and 4, weapons, felony, firearm. Count 5, domestic violence. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jack Duhan for Mr. Archie from NDS Detroit, P number 84871.
Mr. Archie, state your name for the record.
Good morning to the judge and the staff. My name is Don Court Archie.
Okay, are there any preliminary matters?
I'm
No,
still
Judge.
waiting. Okay. I'm still waiting on discovery, Your Honor. If the prosecutor said it was sent to our general division, I believe her. I just personally don't have it yet. Given that he's locked up, though, I would like to set an exam date.
Exam will be scheduled for August 28th at 10:30.
Perfect.
And I'll make sure that you have the discovery.
Okay.
I'll send you an email.
Like I said, if it was sent, I believe you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Drain, is Gibson your case?
No. That, okay, no, that, should be transferred. This is the, indecent exposure.
Yes.
Okay, that is actually not, it's not a special units case. So the notes that I have is that it is supposed to be transferred out to one of the other exam courtrooms.
Okay. Oh, this is the one we had the email on to Judge Sabri.
I think so.
Judge Sabri. Yes. Yeah, Gibson to Judge Sabri. So, motion to destroy biometrics. And sometimes they don't appear. So. Rudely. Sign, yeah, sign. Ms. Quick, was your person out?
No, he's in Division 1.
So hopefully they will transfer.
Just saying, step up right here, just pull them in.
So could you do that, but not until you do
Yeah, video,
yeah, we need hours to,
Alice,
yeah, it's a transfer.
what courtroom was they in?
Judge.
Good luck. The next case is anytime. I'll be upstairs, so just call. Just call.
Okay. Officer, on the one we adjourned. Yes.
Double check, I think. Allison had was. I'm waiting to say first. Oh, for the, 10 o'clock, yeah.
Was that Mr. Allison?
Yes, ma'am.
That is not Christopher Allison.
Yes, it is.
Not my client, Christopher Allison.
You can look closer, they can see you. Oh. Look. Tell me your name.
Kenneth Miller?
Say your name, Kenneth, no?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Excuse me, man, we got Allison on the way down. It was a couple minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Need to put you on this.
Yeah, check your notes. Did I give out August 28th at 11:30 yet? June, 11:30, okay. 10:30, 11, and noon, but no 11:30. So it looks like 2 o'clock is going. Somebody said witnesses out there. And then we have the witness, see what she- Judge King. All right. I spoke to her. Yeah, so, call her, but, transfer of people, give her. Yeah, tell them to call the court. That's a person. Have you spoken to the attorney? It's too late. So, two seats. Get them a call, try to email them. So, yes, get them a call, so conversation. Good morning. This is two. No, it should be quick. The chief judge. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I know.
Okay.
It's not on. It's on L1. It's full. I was actually going to suggest that.
Yeah.
So you practice.
Is that Mr. Allison on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
I finally approaching the situation like that.
You guys all set.
I'm ready for one aspect.
And the prosecutor.
Oh, the defense attorney's not here.
Oh, he's not, here. Okay,
So-
just the landscape.
Didn't occur to me.
Okay, so he's probably. But I did. The child. And I also gave you your You want Zoom?
Yes, yeah, I gotta play some videos.
So what, I'm gonna make sure now. And we have to do the screen share. Yep. And do I still have to let you co-share? We got my extra. What you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, just make her a co-host. Then she can share it herself. Something you trying to share on your, say her co-host. Just an easier way. Yes. Easier. I am just. I'm just saying, my knowledge. I'm saying, they don't do it. It's it, touch anything. Go ahead, I see that. We already did. Oh, okay. Well, right now it's on the phone. So, what's the silver? So, just keep asking stuff.
Well,
Ms. Jones? Desira Jones, can you unmute and start your video? You close it out, but they still. See. The six. It is the 6 feet sign. Says six, it's 6 feet. To break up, nobody sign to that 6. Six on the side. Officer, was Kimble in?
He was in.
Defense attorney, so.
Okay. The next one, keeps in,
Yeah, both of them.
he's up.
Yeah,
They back there?
yeah, he back there.
Oh, okay, that's one. Can we check with the, defense attorney to see if they read? Because I don't think he's gonna be ready to do that, we jump to that. Come PCC, You ready to?
Yeah. All rise, court's back in session, may be seated. Come on.
Quick. Ms. Drain?
I'm here.
To the attorney. Calling case number 2405-865-101, people of the state of Michigan versus Christopher Allison. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder by strangulation. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 3, domestic violence. Defendant has a habitual offender for defense notice, mandatory 25 years sentence.
Prosecutor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Cheryl Quick, P83973 on behalf of Christopher Allison. Mr. Allison appears from the Wayne County Jail.
Are there any preliminary matters?
Yes, Your Honor, we have paper discovery in this case. We do not have any digital, so I'll be requesting digital. Also, I was contacted by the complaining witness who has told me that she has submitted certain statements and communication to APA Kurt, Bryn Kurt, and so we would request all communication and statements that she has submitted as part of discovery as well.
Ms. Drain?
Yes, Ms. Quick, I actually just sent you an evidence.com link, which should contain all of the digital discovery. If there's anything else that you need in terms of paper or digital discovery, please let me know. And I will be in contact with Ms. Kurt to get the information that she has gotten from the complainant.
Great, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll just need an exam date then.
August 28th at 11:30.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Judge, I believe they are ready on 10 o'clock, same. Calling case number 2405-859801. People of the state of Michigan versus Keywan Kedwood. Defendant is charged in count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anna Bickerstaff on behalf of the people, P82215.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Lauren Anderson, P85191 on behalf of Q1 Headwood, who's present for my left.
State your name for the record.
Good morning, Q1, Deshaun Haywood.
You may be seated. Are there any preliminary matters?
Yes, Judge, preliminarily, the people would ask for a mutual order of sequestration with an exception for the officer in charge who is seated to my left.
I'm in agreement.
Is anyone in the courtroom that may testify today or at future proceeding as you step in the hallway at this time? An exception will be made to the officer in charge. You may now call your first witness.
Judge, also preliminarily, the people would move for the admission of People's Proposed Exhibit number 10, which is a medical examiner's report pursuant. I'm sorry. People's Proposed Exhibit number 10, which is a medical examiner's report, admitted pursuant to MCL 76611.
No objection.
Will be admitted.
And Judge, this is the medical examiner's report authored by Dr. Catherine Perez on August 19th of 2024 of an autopsy performed on the body of Gregory Gibson on July 17th of 2024. Dr. Perez indicated it is my opinion that death was caused by a stab wound to the chest. Per investigation, the decedent was a 32-year-old male who was found stabbed and conveyed to a local hospital where, despite medical intervention, he was pronounced deceased. The manner of death is homicide. And at this time, the people would call Detective Anthony Carlisi to the stand.
Right hand, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
May be seated. Your witness.
Thank you. Can you please state your name for the record?
Antonio Carlisi,
And are you currently employed?
City of Detroit Police Department.
And are you with a particular unit or group at the police department?
I work for Homicide section.
And within the homicide section, do you have any certain tasks that you regularly conduct?
Yes, I extract video from surveillance systems.
Great. And back on July 16th of 2024, did you go to the location of 17804 West McNichols in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne?
I did.
And what did you do at that location?
There I extracted video from 2 DVRs.
All right. And can you explain that extraction process for the record, please?
So the extraction process starts where basically looking at the system, calibrating the time of that system to the world clock, which those ones I do believe were 0 to the world clock, so they were on time. And then from that point, going into the system and downloading the required video to a thumb drive.
When you say the required video, what video would that have been?
Whatever's requested by the officer in charge.
All right. And did you download a specific time range?
Correct.
Okay. Do you recall what that time range was?
That I would have to look at my report.
All right. Well, looking at our report, refresh your recollection as to the time range that you downloaded?
Correct.
All right. May I approach the witness?
Yes.
All right. Do you recognize what I've handed you?
Correct.
What have I handed you?
That's my cell phone.
Okay. You can please review that and let me know if it refreshes your recollection as to the time.
1,500 to 1,600 hours.
All right. So what would that be in non-military time?
That's 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
And you indicated the timestamp on the videos was accurate timestamp?
Yes.
Okay. And earlier today, did you have the opportunity to review 6 different camera angles?
Yes.
And were those the cameras that you extracted from that location?
Correct.
And those fairly and accurately reflected the video you extracted from 17804 West McNichols on July 16th of 2024?
Correct.
At this time, I move for the admission of People's Exhibits 1 through 6.
No objection. Will be admitted.
Thank you. Permission to publish the report?
Yes. I'm gonna step out for 1 second. Let the guys do this.
Yep, yes. Let me hear. Yeah. So it doesn't. Okay.
What's the name?
Judge, for the record, I'm publishing People's Exhibit 1 at 40 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay.
And for the record, I've paused the video. And jumping to 42:26. I'm publishing People's Exhibit 2. At 42:24. And for the record, I'm publishing Exhibit 3. At 41:08. And for the record, I'm publishing People's Exhibit 4. 4125. And so we're gonna pause the video at 4129. Detective, can you tell us the time and date of this video here?
That is, the date is July 16th, 2024, and it's 15:41, 3:41 PM.
All right, and you physically went to this gas station location to pull the video?
Correct.
All right, to the best of your knowledge, the window on the upper left corner, does that look out to the parking lot?
Correct.
All right, thank you. For the record, I'm resuming the video. For the record, I'm publishing Kimble Exhibit 5. At 43.5. And pausing the video. And detective, can you give us the timestamp at this point, please?
The timestamp is 15:42.
Thank you. On what date?
July 16th.
Thank you.
2024.
And for the record, I'm publishing Kimble Exhibit 6. At 41:03. And I'm pausing the video at 42. Actually, there's pausing the video at 42:21. And may I approach with people's proposed exhibits 7, 8, 9?
Yes.
All right, you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes.
What have I handed you?
This is a still shot of the video from the behind the counter.
All right, and the next exhibit?
This is a still the video showing vehicles, the side street, and two people walking in the park.
All right, and the next exhibit?
This is just another part of that same shot, still that same shot, also with two individuals walking across the camera shot
All
closer
right.
to the camera.
And do all three of those pictures in your hand, did those come from the surveillance video that you extracted?
I would say yes, they're from the same video that we just saw.
All right, I guess, not the same video, but different angles of the video. that you extracted.
Different angles of the videos, of the last 6 videos that we've seen.
All right, thank you. At this time, I move for the admission of exhibits 7, 8, and 9. No objection heard.
Publish. We will be there.
Thank you. And permission to publish the report.
Yes.
I have no further questions.
Cross.
Good morning. It's Detective, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Detective, this is from a green line camera, right?
No, this is not.
It's from regular surveillance.
This is directly from the DVR.
Okay, and that DVR, it's fair to say, has multiple different angles, right?
Correct.
One of them was from the front,
Correct.
one from the side,
Correct.
and it also had multiple inside angles as well.
Correct.
And it's important for you as a detective to get a full picture of that surveillance to see what happened.
Correct.
Now, there's no audio on this video, right?
That don't recall that there was. There might have been some from behind. I don't recall.
Okay. We obviously haven't heard any sound today.
Correct.
To your knowledge, did any of the surveillance video that you got from the DVRs have any sound?
That I don't recall.
Okay, so you don't recall if you could hear people saying what was happening in the incident out front of the gas station?
Correct.
And to your knowledge, or this is all you did in this investigation?
That's all I did.
Okay, so you didn't talk to any witnesses?
No, ma'am.
So you have no knowledge of what happened up there?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't get.
No knowledge personally of what happened up front of the gas station?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, we were looking at some timestamps on these videos that were published. And I want to draw your attention to People's Exhibit 3. I believe that was video number 8. We started watching that video at 41:08, correct? Would the people stipulate that we started at 41:08?
Yes.
And it's fair to say that the last timestamp that we wrote down was 43:25, right? People stipulate that was the last timestamp. Yes. So it's fair to say this incident that you got video footage of all occurred within about a minute and a half.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there are no further questions for this witness.
Can you read it?
No.
May step down.
Thank you.
This time the people would call Omar Awadi. Judge, if I could actually approach to retrieve those incidents back, sorry.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Your witness.
Thank you. Can you please state your name again?
I'm sorry, before we continue, you gotta approach. Just approach. Sorry about that, Madam Prosecutor, please continue.
Can you please state your name?
Omar Wadi,
And Mr. Wadi, back on July 16th of 2024, where were you working?
at the mobile.
Okay, and would that be at 17804 West McNichols in the city of Detroit, County of Wayne?
Yes.
All right. And back on that date, did something happen inside the gas station?
Not in time.
Okay. At some point, did someone come into the gas station that drew your attention?
Yes.
Okay, what did you see?
After I was taking care of a customer, someone had came and said he was dead.
All right, what did you see? Did you notice anything on that person?
And he had blood all over him.
All right, when you say right here, where are you pointing?
On his chest over here.
All right, and what do you do when you see that?
I had called 911, and while I was on the phone with 911, the customer that was there was helping him out.
Okay, helping him out how?
Trying to keep him out, not to go unconscious.
And were you and that other customer trying to tend to the wound and kind of give aid?
I was on the phone, she was trying to eat him.
Okay. Now, on the same day that this individual was in your store, well, let me ask you this. Would it be fair to say you have regulars that kind of come by the gas station?
Yes.
All right. And did you see those regulars on the day of this incident?
Not that I remember.
All right. I'm going to approach with People's Proposed Exhibit number 7, or I'm sorry, People's Admitted Exhibit 7. Okay, do you recognize someone in that video?
Yes.
All right, who is that?
Me.
All right. And I'm going to hand you People's Exhibits 8 and 9. Do you recognize anyone in those pictures?
Yes, those are regular customers.
All right. And about how often do you think they come to your gas station?
Probably see them maybe a few times a week.
Okay, over what period of time?
For like a couple of months.
All right. And would you recognize these individuals if you saw them again?
Yes.
All right. The male in that picture, can you look around the courtroom and see if you recognize anyone?
Yes.
All right. Do you recognize someone?
Yes.
All right. Can you tell us where they're seated?
Right over there.
Can you tell us something they're wearing?
The green shirt.
All right. Would the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant in this case?
The record will reflect.
Thank you. All right, and you said you're not sure if you saw these individuals on the day that the man.
No, I never seen the incident.
You didn't see the incident, but did you just see them at all earlier that day? If you recall?
No.
You're not sure or no?
No.
Okay, I have no further questions.
Cross.
Good morning, Mr. Owani. Now I just heard you say that you didn't see the incident that happened. Correct? Right, you were inside the gas station.
Yes.
And you heard some commotion outside.
I heard I was actually filling up some 2 liters from outside. I had came back to the register, take care of a couple of customers. I heard like a little tap, nothing like hard or anything, just like a little tap. But when I turned around, I didn't see anything.
Okay. So you didn't see who stabbed the man outside?
No, I did not see it.
Okay. And so you didn't see Mr. Hedwood who's sitting next to me stand man or stab the man that came into your gas station. I'm sorry. I stumbled over my words. Thank you. You did not see Mr. Hedwood who's sitting next to me stab the man that came into your gas station.
No, I did not see it.
Okay. Did you hear any noise outside?
I heard a little arguing. That's all I heard. That's all I seen. But when I turned back around, that they were all gone. And the other individual had came inside and said he had got stabbed, but I did not see the stab.
Okay. Judge, I have no further questions.
People have no further questions. People have no additional witnesses at this time.
Any witnesses on behalf of the defense? Argument.
Judge, the people would move to bind the defendant over in the 1 count containing information. As we did see on the video, the entire stabbing incident is observed on the surveillance video from the gas station. You can see the individual in the yellow tank top backing up, and then you see the individual who has been identified as the defendant in this case swing his arm up and then run away. Judge, the people do believe, based on People's Exhibits 4 and 5 and 6, which do show the stabbing incident through the window of the convenience store, the people have proven to a probable cause standard for secret premeditated murder.
On behalf of the defense.
Your Honor, the elements of first degree, or we do object to the bind over on first degree murder. I think that a second degree murder charge is more appropriate in this case. The elements of first degree murder, the intentional killing of a human with premeditation and deliberation. The elements of second degree murder are death caused by the acts of the defendant with malice, which is defined as the creation of high risk of death or great bodily harm, and without justification or excuse. First degree premeditated murder is only distinguished from second degree murder by that element of premeditation. Premeditation cannot be found where there is an act on the part of a defendant, which is from sudden impulse, and that's from Kimble v. Walker. Premeditation can be established a number of ways, and that includes the prior relationship with the parties, the defendant's actions before the killing, the circumstances of the killing itself, and the defendant's conduct after the homicide. So I want to talk about what the evidence that the people put on today was. The evidence had presented no evidence about any kind of prior relationship from the parties. What we saw in People's Exhibit 3 was the decedent actually sprinting towards Mr. Hedwood in the video prior to the two having some kind of exchange, which we only know was some kind of argument which was overheard outside, and we have no evidence about what that argument actually was. We have no evidence as to whether the decedent had any kind of weapon. We have no evidence as to whether Mr. Hedwood or the young woman who was with him knew this person beforehand. So we know nothing about the prior relationship between the parties. As to the defendant's actions before the killing, all we know is that, again, this gentleman sprinted up towards Mr. Hedwood, and then Mr. Hedwood moved towards him to create distance between him and the young lady, and that's when this incident ensued. We also know from the officer who pulled the surveillance footage that this entire incident was no more than a course of about a minute or so. So we don't know a lot about the actions prior to that killing. The circumstances of the killing itself, we only saw one swing, presumably with a knife, but we did not see any kind of additional violence. We didn't see any kind of additional interaction between the two at all. And we heard no evidence about the defendant's conduct after the homicide. To premeditate, Judge, is to think about beforehand, and to deliberate is to measure and evaluate the major facets of a choice or problem. As a number of courts throughout the state of Michigan have pointed out, premeditation and deliberation are characterized by a thought process undisturbed by hot blood. Time and time again, the Michigan Supreme Court has reversed convictions for the evidence of premeditation and deliberation. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm from the South. Usually I'm told I'm too slow. I'm sorry. The Michigan Supreme Court has reversed convictions where the evidence of premeditation and deliberation was insufficient to warrant submission of a charge of first-degree murder to a jury. In each of those cases, the homicide, much like this one, occurred during an affray whose nature would not permit cool and orderly reflection. The legislature's use of the words willful, deliberate, and premeditated in the first-degree murder statute indicate its intent to require an element of that offense substantially more reflection on and comprehension of the nature of the act than the mere amount of thought necessary to inform the intent to kill. So we can't just have an intent to kill. There has to be that separate premeditation and deliberation. Any kind of homicide, according to People v. Tilley, when a homicide occurs during a sudden affray, it would be a perversion of the terms to apply the term deliberate to any act which is done on a sudden impulse. And a sudden impulse is what we saw today, Judge. We saw this decedent running up on Mr. Hedwood and the young lady who was also in the video, words exchanged, and then we saw this incident occur. That would be what I would define as a sudden impulse. When the evidence establishes a fight and then a killing, there must be some kind of showing of thought process undisturbed by hot blood in order to establish first-degree premeditated murder. I would liken this case, Judge, to People v. Plummer. The facts are similar, in which the defendant in that case saw another witness strike someone in the face. That man fell to the floor. He remained there motionless. Similarly, this man had been running up on the defendant and the young lady, and then afterwards, there was simply a blow after an exchange, and there was no time within those few seconds for there to be a second look, and that case was overturned because the evidence was not sufficient for first-degree murder. As the people have not put on any additional evidence about the facts of this case before, after, other than this one sudden blow, after this man initiated this contact by running up on the defendant, I don't think the elements of first degree murder have been met, and I think a second degree murder charge is.
Prosecutor.
Yes, Judge, if people would rely on People's Exhibit 3 that I'm publishing on the screen, Judge, this is not a stunt and fray. These are at least 20 seconds where the victim is walking backwards and the defendant is walking at him. There's even a point where they start to separate ways, as we see here, and then the defendant again turns around and follows the victim who is walking away, Judge. And those are the seconds where the premeditation is established. In the 20 seconds where the defendant is following the victim over to where he is across the gas station. The people don't need to prove motive. The people don't have to prove what happened before or what happened after. As defense counsel indicated, we have an entire stabbing incident on video, and we can see the premeditation in the defendant's actions and his choices. So the people do believe, to a probable cause standard, the people have proven first degree premeditated murder.
Court having heard the arguments of counsels as well as the admitted, evidence, the court finds the felony offense charge was committed in the city of Detroit, and if there's probable cause that the defendant committed the offense. Therefore, the defendant will be bound over on the sole count, first degree premeditated murder, to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further proceedings. The arraignment of the information will be
August 27th at 9 o'clock. August 27th.
Has a DSU report been ordered in this case? We requested it, but to my knowledge, one is not.
if the issue report is not been completed, one will be ordered.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I definitely can. I have one more coming up.
Yeah, I think I Kimble.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.